Top 5 16x high FPS Minecraft PvP texture packs. Minecraft high FPS PvP FPS+++ lag reducing PvP pack plus free download. Plus 300 FPS Minecraft PvP texture pack 4x4 FPS boost, no lag, 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, best Minecraft PvP pack. Minecraft top 3 FPS texture packs, FPS boost, plus 1000 FPS. Hey guys, what's going on? Tenebris here. Welcome back to the channel. So after posting this screenshot to Twitter, after one of my friends downloaded a FPS pack and it ended up having textures that looked like this, I posted the screenshot to Twitter and someone replies, his name's Skier by the way, replies, little known fact, modern GPUs render high-res images just as easily as low-res ones, especially in a CPU-bound game. And someone says, but doesn't MC use no GPU? He replies, pretty much yeah, no complex geometry. A single item in another game could have 5K triangles, but MC has 12 per block. Archie says, I mean, this isn't completely true though. If you're comparing high-quality cards, sure, but all these models and textures need to be stored, I believe, in VRAM. And if you have high-res textures but low VRAM, you will definitely see a performance hit. These low-res packs won't help anyone that is using greater than onboard graphics, though. Yes, MC does upload textures to VRAM. Even the 512 Pure BD Craft Pack is only 110 megabytes. Simply put, the texture size of MC stuff is insanely small. So textures don't affect frame rate at all? Very minimally. Yeah, so I wanted to kind of test out whether or not these quote-unquote FPS packs could actually give me more FPS or not. Because based on this discussion, I have a good graphics card. It's a GTX 980 Ti. Now, that means that, according to what I've been told, these texture packs should not actually help me with my FPS. Okay, I'm going to put a screenshot of my computer specs on the screen right now, just to tell you guys that this discussion and this analysis will not work for everyone, because I do have pretty decent specs on my computer. They're not fantastic, but they're not horrible either. I can run Minecraft at a few hundred frames per second. I can run Fortnite. I can run other games at similar frame rates. And the thing is that I am not going to be representative of a lot of your guys' computers. So like some people that have low-end computers, these FPS packs will actually help them because they don't have a lot of RAM, they don't have a good processor, they have a bad graphics card, and stuff of that sort. Anyway, so what I did to test this hypothesis is to basically download 2 sets of different texture packs. Now, in the first folder, I have FPS packs. Now, in the beginning of the video, I went through all of the different videos that I got this from. Most of the videos are saying that it gives like a boost of FPS, or it's an FPS pack, or the best PvP FPS plus 1000 checkmark pack. Okay, so I have 10 packs right here that claim to be FPS packs. And in the other folder, I have my default pack that I usually use by Airflect. I have an animated pack, and I have 2 512 Pure BD Craft and Sapix Craft 512 packs. And I'm going to be going in-game and putting on the packs. I have batting coordinates mod, so F3 won't affect the FPS at all. And I'm going to be putting on the packs and comparing the FPS I get with each pack to see if the FPS packs actually give us more FPS with my current graphics specs. So I'll see you in game. Okay everyone, so I've logged on to Hypixel, and I'm going to be using the Bed Wars lobby for this example. Now hopefully there shouldn't be too much lag in the Bed Wars lobby because I have players disabled. Now there are some particle effects that can still occur, but hopefully that won't affect the testing that much. But anyway, as you can see on the top right, my FPS with the default is between 250 and 290 FPS. So it kind of bounces between 280, 286, 249, between like 250 and 300, about. Standing exactly where I'm standing, loading the same, the same world as I would be with the other pack. So anyway, now we're going to test out these FPS packs and see if they actually improve my FPS from default. Alright everyone, so this is another video of me using a FPS, or using the default texture pack, sorry, and as you can see, I'm averaging around 320 to 330 frames per second. Now, it's kind of changed probably because of the direction I'm looking. Like, if I look this way, you can see my FPS spikes up to like 800, but if I look this way, it goes to like 330 about. So yeah, default texture pack, looking around this direction, I can get up to like 330 FPS. So the limit being 300 was actually not true. Anyway, we're now going to switch to using FPS packs and see if they actually improve my FPS beyond the current values that this default pack is actually able to get me. Alright everyone, so I have all of these FPS packs in my resource packs folder, so we're going to put on the first one. And keep in mind that my FPS was varying between 250 and 350 about with the default textures on. And I mean, I'm basically getting the same FPS. Like, let me look around for a little bit. Let's see. Okay, so I'm actually getting a little less than I got with default, because I remember default would spike up to like 330 sometimes. And this is getting like 270, 290. I'm not actually able to hit 300 with this pack. If I press escape, the FPS should rise. It did with default at least. So yeah, I'm not actually able to hit the 300 FPS. Oh, I just hit it. Here we go. 330, 333. All right, can I get any higher than that? Because I remember I got 340 with default. And nope. It really doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's basically the same thing as default, because I got this exact same FPS with default. All right. Let's put on the next one. Let's see if the next one actually works. So this is It's Adley Lulz Blue FPS pack. All right, we're putting it on, boys. I assume one of these will probably work if they're all advertised as FPS packs and stuff of that sort. All right, I spiked immediately to 330. That's pretty good. 288, 317, 323, 324, 307. You know, I got the same FPS. Well, I mean, if I got like 350, you know, then I'd know that it was actually improving my FPS. But I'm just saying, I got the same FPS. Oh, it went up to 338. Okay, 342. That's a little higher than what default gave me. But I'm pretty sure it's around the same. It's really around the same. I mean, 322, 317, 319. That's all stuff that I saw when I was using the default texture pack. All right, so that doesn't really improve my FPS very much either. And if these things do improve your FPS, they're improving your FPS by like 5, and that's just not going to matter unless you have like 2 FPS on your computer. The difference between 2 and 7 is pretty large. But then I recommend you get a new computer if you need to use these packs to get more FPS. Okay, so this pack, 320-ish, pretty much the exact same as I was getting with default. So yeah, so far these texture packs have actually not improved my FPS at all. So yeah, this is basically a huge scam so far. All right, let's try the Latency 32X FPS pack. Come on, Latency, don't fail me now. All right, let's load up the texture pack. All right, what do we got up here? The FPS pack by Latency is pretty much giving me, oh, okay, a little bit of FPS spike right there. All right, that's like in the opposite direction, not like the downwards direction, obviously. But it seems to be around the same FPS I was getting with default. So as you can see, I'm getting like basically the same FPS. All right, let's put on the next one, Jordan FPS V2. So once again, I have 10 texture packs I want to test that have all been advertised and marketed as FPS packs to see if they actually do give me more FPS, at least in the Bed Wars lobby. And it looks like it's basically the same FPS as all the other ones and the same FPS as default. All right, let's test out the next one. So the Ice Smelter's FPS Boost. FPS Boost. It gives you an FPS boost. All right, let's see this. This FPS boost. Let's wait for it to load. I don't know why it's taking so long. There we go. All right, this is the 4x4 pack that I was showcasing on my channel, which is apparently supposed to give you plus 1,000 FPS. It seems to be giving me the exact same FPS I was getting with default, even though the textures look like crap. I look that way. Obviously, the FPS is going to spike. But as you can see, it's like around the same, even a little bit less than the other FPS packs, even though the textures are a little lower res. So yeah, okay, next one, let's test it out. We're gonna put on the Fax Pack. All right, this is another one that was marketed to give me lots of FPS. All right, let's see how many FPS this one gives me. the same location, in the same lobby, looking the same general direction. Seems to be about what default was getting. So, like 200 to 300, about. That hasn't really improved my FPS all too much. That's pretty interesting. All right. Let's put on the next one. Let's put on Crystal FPS. It has FPS in the name, so it probably is going to improve my FPS, right, guys? All right, let's load it up. And 250, 280, 290, 289, 290. So basically the same as default. So far, not a single one of these FPS packs has actually managed to improve my FPS at all. Rose Gold. All right, let's test out Rose Gold, which is apparently an FPS pack. That's how it was marketed on YouTube. And it's basically the same FPS as default. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, we got one more. We got Vanilla 16x. Maybe this one improves my FPS. Who knows? Maybe I'll spike up to 360 FPS when I put on this pack. Or is it still going to be the exact same as it was with default? Let's see. And it's basically the exact same as default. Okay, so we've now established that these FPS packs don't actually improve my FPS at all. So Skier saying that, modern GPUs render or render low-res texture packs pretty much the same as high-res texture packs is correct. So what Skier said is correct. Now I'm going to be testing some heavy load texture packs to see if they actually decrease my FPS from default. Alright everyone, for some reason I could not actually put on the pure BD Craft pack for me to test, but I do have the Sapphics 512 pack, and as you can see, my FPS has actually taken a massive hit from this pack. Now, it's not as big as you'd probably expect, but it has gone down by about 80 to 90 FPS from what it was previously. So yeah, super high-res textures do actually decrease your FPS, which actually makes a lot of sense. But what I'm trying to say here is that these FPS packs that claim to improve your FPS from default are actually a bit of a sham, because the default FPS is about the same as the FPS you get with these texture packs, and I don't know why people are falling for it. But I mean, as Purple said it, FPS is just a clickbait term to get people to download packs and clients.